But during your time of being incarcerated, what have you learned?
What I learned, from when I went in when I was 19 and now I'm 36, it has made me a better woman. And like some women, and some males, they blinded to the black power. They like, oh, them ain't ever revolutions and all this and that. But if they just take time out like me, I'm still getting educated. But I was getting educated before I had came, outside the world. And, the white man had me tricked. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. He had me tricked and fooled. But when I started learning more and more about my, my ancestors and where I come from, and then I started getting introduced into the struggle, the Black Panthers, I started reading the books and stuff, and I started getting knowledge. And I just want to read everything. And now, they really blind and they really fool. But I've learned to, stand up for what I believe in and to voice my opinion and to fight this struggle because, Chokwe, I joke with him and I joke with some of his people in his firm. They getting old. And so us being the young generation, we got to keep this going. We got to keep this fight going.
That's right.
We got to keep it going.
Well, look, she put one thing right on the money. We get a little over.
And so, we got to keep it going. And so, I learned, it just taught me to be a better black queen and to stand up for my, not only, stand up for my sisters and my brothers and our children, and it made me stronger than what I went in. Mm-hmm. And more powerful.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, at this stage, would you say that the white man is surely the devil?
No! Give my language on radio. Give my language.
Come on, it's all right, Queen. Nobody gonna rat you out. It's okay. This is the show for you. Can just get it off, and we gonna hurry up and just put you under and get you covered. You could.
Yeah. But look, you know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say what Malcolm said. The white man is doing the work of the devil. And he's doing the work of the devil, and the devil is the person that does the work of the devil. Now, I'm not into the mythology of where people came from and how they were created and all that kind of thing. And I'm not putting it down nor embracing it, but I do say that I judge people by what they do. And they do the work of the devil, then they right there in the house of the devil. They do the work of God, which means that you're doing the work of trying to improve our community, trying to strengthen our community, trying to free the oppressed people. Then you are working under the God power. So that's what we can say for sure. And I will stand on that, and regardless of what everybody says, right?
But you gotta just give us one. Just give us one good. The white man is the devil. Now I'm saying. But let's go back to the phone line. Oh man! Honestly say, y'all, this is. I'm just gonna say it. This is the best show I've had since I started and been a part of this team with Brother Irritated Genie and the War on the Horizon. I humbly feel this is my best show. I've had some good shows, some strong stuff, but it's nothing to what I'm feeling right at this time, right now. The feeling is just running through my mind and my spirit, man. It's just like, wow, it's unbelievable. And I'm humbly honored to have y'all. So let's go to the phone lines and see who we got.
All right. If you called in from a block number, you are live.
What's up, Brother Eric Genie and Minister King Samir from the Black Panther Party. This is Shade from out of Philly.
Hey, how are you, Queen?
I'm fine. So,
Oh man, I'm back and hated by my enemy. I cannot complain. You got a question for the Scout Sisters or Brother Chokwe?
for the Scout Sisters, I wanted to know how did you survive all those years being behind bars? And also, were you surrounded by conscious brothers and sisters during your time while you were behind bars? Well, basically, I read, I tried to educate myself a lot. And, I had my faith in God, and I had my family support. If it weren't for them, my mom, she's a black strong queen. And, my father, before he had passed away. And, the support from them and, and knowing that, at one point in time, I thought I was going to die there. But then in the back of my mind, I knew I had faith, and I knew that, one day the truth would come out. It would come out and we'd be set free. So I always try to keep a positive, I try to turn a negative to a positive. No matter what my surroundings and what I went through and everything that I saw, I try to stay positive, and I read, and, and basically I wrote, and, just trying to come up out of there. So we glad y'all home. I'm glad to be home, sister. Thanks. Because there ain't no place to be. Sure not. Even those terrible in the United States of America, that still ain't no place to be. It's it's not, it's a slave camp. It's basically a slave camp. Like the plantation when our sisters, when they, doing the slavery and the masters and stuff, because everything was done in that prison by inmates. Everything that was, finding the beatings and the rape, it was black on black. And like if a black mess with a white, they finna get severely punished for it. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But the white, the white women can walk around and do anything they want. But when a black girl do it, they finna get it and they finna get into trouble and probably get a beat down. So it's basically ain't nothing but a slave camp. Mm-hmm. It's an industrial complex. Yeah.
All right. Any more questions for you have?
Well, that'll be all.
All right.
I'm taking my call tonight. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Thank you for your question, sister.
Hold it.
All right. Let's take the next call.
All right. Brother Jeff from D.C., my brother. How you doing, brother?
Black liberation, brother.
Black liberation, black man. How are you?
I'm alright, brothers, man. I'm a little stressed out, but man, I'm looking forward to relieving some of this stress, brother. But other than that,
you come to the right doctor, black man, to get your weekly healing.
Exactly.
What's happening, Brother Jeff? What's good with you? Got a question for the sisters or Brother Chokwe?
Nah, brother, right now I'm just listening, man. I tuned in late. I just came to show my support and to the sister. And say the name again, brother, because I'm just tuning in.
Brother Chokwe Lumumba and the Scott sisters.
Black liberation to you, and I don't know who you are, but I turned in late, but I will be listening to the show. I hope they archive it so I can find out who you are. But I do know if you're on this show, you're not cooning and you raised first. So I love you, and keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, brother, let me say this. Brother mentioned a very important word there, or phrase, race first. That, and one of the things is that we have, one of the things, we're in Mississippi, and we're all over the country in places where people have been brainwashed to feel as race men, race women. In other words, people who are conscious of building the race and strengthening the race, that they are racist. In other words, what has happened is that the white man has put in the white institutions and white media and the American media have worked a trick they have done is made us think that if we speak of strengthening our own race or strengthening our own people, that somehow that's racist. I think that's it's very important. I think that we remember to explain to younger brothers and sisters and to everybody we can talk to that that's nonsense. We have absolutely, not only do we have the right to build our people and to build our nation and to build ourselves, our communities, but we have the responsibility. And we not only do we have the right to liberate Africa and to unify Africa, and the right to, and as far as people here on this continent are concerned, the right to independence. We also have the right to go back to Africa for those who want to do that, and the right to build where we are for those who want to do that. Not only do we have the right, but we have the responsibility of doing these things. And so it's amazing how anything that's white run is supposed to be trying to bring people together in terms of their fiction. But anything that's black run is supposed to be racist. So the message there is that in order to be all right, you got to submit to white people. You got to bow to white people. You got to go back on the plantation. I remind people that slavery was integrated, right? In other words, black folks lived in the house, took care of the white children, and did all that kind of stuff. So it's a very integrated system. The problem is that the whites were always superior and the blacks were always on the floor, like dogs or cats or cows. And the same thing happened during Jim Crow. What happened during Jim Crow, they separated blacks from whites, but you still had whites on the top and blacks on the bottom. So that's the consistency of the oppressive system that we live in. And in order to break that and destroy that, it is absolutely necessary for us to build our people and strengthen our people. Malcolm X had a plan, and the plan was to build our unity, to strengthen our population, and not only will we free ourselves by doing that, but once we free ourselves and unite our people, we'll be able to change the world around. We'll be able to